Hi, I'm Linda Padgett, and this is the Living Christian Virtue Series. Okay, today's virtue is attentiveness, and the opposite of attentiveness is unconcern. Attentiveness, being aware of those around us. What are their needs? What's going on in their life? How can we minister to them? How can we interact with them, be positive influences on them? That's attentiveness. Now, the reason why I think that we fail at being attentive is because we're too selfish. Not me, I'm the only thing that's important. Not necessarily that kind of selfish, but a selfishness that causes us to think too much about what's going on in us. Now, I can think of this when I'm driving my kids to school in the morning. I don't know, by the time I drive my last load of kids into school, I have one set that takes off early, and then about an hour later, I have to get my second group of kids up, and then I drive them to school. And they're my little guys. It's a first grader and a fifth grader. And so when I'm driving them to school, they yak. They're talking all about what's going to happen. And it's even worse on the way home from school. But on the way to school, it's talk, which is great. Hopefully that's the way it should be. And I hope that it continues with my children, that they will keep talking to me. But me, what I'm thinking of is like, okay, now this is it. I'm dropping these two kids off at school, and when I get back to home, I have a list of things, because I like lists. I have a list of things that I'm going to work through today. I need to get this done first, and then this, and then this, and then this. And so when I'm driving them to school, I'm in my own head. I'm thinking to myself. I'm just like, okay, what do I need to do? What do I need to do? What do I need to do? And their chatter becomes, I don't know, like irritating to me and frustrating, and I can block it out as best as I can. But that is where I'm failing in attentiveness. I have these few precious moments with my kids, and all I can think about is, what am I doing next? What am I doing next? So here's where attentiveness can improve. If you're like me and can easily be distracted, whether you're sitting in a doctor's office and you're reading the book that's in front of you, or frustrated, you're kind of working through in your mind all these things that's going on in your life, trying to figure these things out, or you're at the grocery store and you're checking out, and you're just in your head, you're just thinking about whatever's going on in life. What's for dinner? You gotta get home, and what's that argument you just had with your husband, and just that you're in your head as you're going through that checkout. And so we fail to be attentive to the person that's across from us checking us out, the cashier, right? So to increase in attentiveness requires us to live in the moment, to be in the moment, and not worry so much about what's next. Think, here I am in the moment. The way attentiveness can grow as a virtue in our life is by living in the moment, being in the moment. I like to call it the spirituality of the moment. In this moment, whether it's driving my kids to school, or standing in line at the checkout line, or waiting in the doctor's office, in those moments are holy moments. Just like every moment of my life is a holy moment. I can choose to serve God in that moment, or I can choose not to. And in those moments, I need to be attentive to those around me. Not that it's okay to have those moments to yourself, right, when you're thinking things through. But when I'm driving my kids to school, I have plenty of time after I drop them off to think through what I'm going to do for the day. I don't need to take those few moments that I have with them in the car to worry about me. I need to be attentive to them. I need to pay attention to what are they saying? What do they need? What are they excited about? What are they worried about? How about the cashier? What's going on with her? How was her day? Do I really care? That's being attentive. Remember, the opposite of attentiveness is unconcern. The virtue of being attentive is showing love and attention to someone else besides ourselves. It's easy to become self-absorbed. It's easy to think only about our needs, whatever's going on in our life. But we are here to grow in virtue. We are here to be used by God to bring greater numbers to his kingdom. We are here to help other people make it through this junk of life that's killing us all, that's hard and difficult and strenuous and tiring. And by showing concern and attentiveness to that cashier, or to the person next to us at the doctor's office, or to our own very own children in the car before school, we change their lives that way. Because we allow God to work through us into their life. Because if we're being attentive, then maybe they'll believe that God is attentive, that God is paying attention too. So attentiveness needs to overcome our self-absorption with ourselves. Selfishness. A lot of self there. We need less self. Be attentive. So again, it's a tough virtue, but one that can change the world.